Well, I am in Stratford. This place holds a lot of memories for me. I lived here a number of times. 3 of my children were born here, and one of my children are buried here. So I'm just going to take a walk. It's pretty muddy and slippery, but hopefully I can walk a little bit on this trail and just have a nice, peaceful time. It is 11 degrees, but it's still snow and ice on this trail. And there's some water down there. And through there you can see the cemetery. Hopefully I won't fall. I did have some good news to me yesterday. I had been called for jury duty. I tried to get out of it by getting the doctor to give me a note that I could not sit or stand that long, but that failed. That attempt failed. I prayed about it, and I just said, okay, if I have to be on this jury, help me to accept it. So then I started looking around. I'm not used to parking in downtown London. Where do I park? And some parking lots were $30 a day, but I found out the municipal ones were a little cheaper. So on Wednesday, jury duty was next week. On Wednesday, I figured out where I would park and hoped that I would wake up in time to get down there. I certainly didn't want to get in trouble and get fined. So everything was all set in my mind. And Thursday morning, after I had my coffee, I get an email saying my jury summons has been halted, and that I no longer have to go for jury duty. So that was some really good news. To me, anyway. Just going at a slow pace, as I do not want to fall. And it's funny, I brought a jug of water with me, but I forgot my water bottle. But when I get back, I have my little kettle, so I'll plug it in and make myself a decaf coffee. Well, I'm going to turn right here and head up here. Whoops! There, I almost slipped. I do not want to do that. Head up here into the graveyard. Where it looks like there's no ice. So that's good once I get in there. Bridge. Of course, I'm not quite sure what part of the graveyard I'm in. There's a trail down there. Check this out first. Oops, it's mucky. Your choice of mud or ice. Like we're done with the ice for the moment anyway. Just keep walking. See where we end up. There is a spot I do want to go to. I think I will go up here. I'm sliding a bit in the mud. Oops. Yep. And see kind of where I am in the graveyard. I don't think I went near far enough on the trail, so I'm having to walk around the graveyard, which I don't mind. Wow, this is where my little girl is buried, Rebecca Suzanne. It's hard to read because it's wet, a little muddy. It's a long time ago now. She was born October 17th, 1980 and passed away January 8th, 1981. My first little girl, my first child. Well, it started out sunny. Now it's getting darker, a little overcast. The sun's up there, hidden somewhere. Well, I'm back to my car, so I've got my kettle here, and I'm going to put some water in that. And I'll set that to boil while I drive to my next place. Hopefully I don't spill this water. There we go. Lid's on, the water's in, and it is plugged into my 12-volt socket. And hopefully it'll be hot by the time I get to my next place. And I'll have a coffee. Well, the kettle is boiled, and I'm going to make myself a drink here. Oh, I forgot to put the coffee in. So over here is Ken's French fries. Used to go to the one downtown. If I didn't gain weight from my pregnancy appointments, I got to get some fries. So today I'm going to treat myself. A small $4.50, but so worth it. They're so good. But I remember when they were less than $1. Well, I'm just gonna eat my fries and drink my coffee by the river here. Well, I finished my fries, a food I normally do not eat. Take a little short walk and before I head on. Right now I've just arrived at the Gentle Rain, a health food store. I remember when this first opened in, it must have been early 80s, beginning of 80s. And you got a membership and then you got a discount on everything. But it opened right downtown. It has moved now, but it is still running, so I'm going to go in and get some things. smells good in here. Well, I just picked up some carob powder. Cocoa powder's good, but carob powder, I like the flavor and it's caffeine free. Right there is the first house I ever owned. I was 23 when I owned that house. Didn't own a car, but we owned a house. And it's funny, I'm now 66. I don't own a house, I own a car. But I can't afford a house. I can't even afford a one-bedroom apartment. So I live in a bachelor.